Welcome back to Evolving Loudly. Today, we're stepping into a subject that holds the key to your vitality, your clarity, and your magnetism, your energy centers, the chakras. Now, maybe you've heard the word before, or maybe you've even seen those colorful diagrams. But what are chakras really? At their core, chakras are energy centers in your body. They're like the hidden switches that regulate not just your physical health, but your emotional flow, your spiritual clarity, and the way you connect with the world. Think of them as the power stations of your being. When one is blocked, you feel it, maybe as fear, confusion, lack of confidence, or even physical fatigue. But when your chakras are balanced and open, energy flows. You feel radiant, you feel aligned, you feel magnetic because every part of you, body, mind, spirit, is working in harmony. And here's the truth: living a radiant life isn't about pushing harder or achieving more. It's about letting your energy flow freely. Because when your inner world is clear and balanced, your outer world begins to mirror that wholeness back. So today, I'm going to introduce you to the chakras, what they are, why they matter, and how you can begin tuning into them as a practical way to create more health, more clarity, and more joy in your daily life. By the end of this episode, you'll see your energy system in a whole new way, not as something mystical out there, but as the very foundation of your radiance, right here inside of you. Here's something that might surprise you. When we talk about energy centers, this isn't just mystical talk. There's real physiology here. Along your spine are powerful bundles of nerves. Each bundle connects to different organs, glands, and systems in your body. Think of your spine as the main highway. Your brain sends signals down through the spinal cord, and those signals branch out through these nerve bundles into your entire body. This is how information flows, how your body communicates with itself, how energy is distributed. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. Every one of these nerve bundles lines up with what ancient traditions have called chakras. So what some people think of as a purely spiritual concept is actually deeply wired into your biology. When one of these centers is blocked, maybe by stress, trauma, or even just years of living out of alignment, that flow of energy is disrupted, and you feel it. Sometimes it shows up as tension in your body. Sometimes it's anxiety, fatigue, or even patterns that keep repeating in your life. But when those centers are open, when energy is flowing freely up and down your spine, everything shifts. Your nervous system calms. Your brain and body are in harmony. You feel lighter, clearer, more radiant, like life itself is moving through you instead of against you. This is why working with your energy centers is so essential. You're not just balancing your mind or calming your emotions. You're literally upgrading the way your entire system communicates. Your body starts to regulate better. Your emotions flow instead of getting stuck. Your thoughts clear up. And when all of that comes together, your presence becomes magnetic. So the chakras are not just out there, they're in you, living, breathing, wired into your spine and nervous system. And when you learn to work with them, you're learning to work with the most powerful communication system you already have. Now, let's take a quick journey through your 7 energy centers. I like to call them your inner power stations. These aren't abstract ideas. They're the way your energy, your emotions, and even your creations in life are shaped. Let's start at the very base, the root center. This is your foundation. It's all about survival, safety, and feeling grounded in your body and in your life. When it's balanced, you feel secure, supported, steady. When it's blocked, fear creeps in. That shaky, unstable feeling like you can't fully relax. Now move up to the sacral center, just below your belly button. This is your creative flow. It's where your emotions live, your sensuality, your spark for pleasure and joy. When this is open, you feel passionate and inspired, able to create and express. When it's blocked, you feel stuck, numb, or disconnected from your own joy. Next is the solar plexus, right in your stomach area. Think of this as your power source. It fuels your confidence, your willpower, your ability to take action. Balanced, you feel strong and capable, like you can shape your reality. Blocked, it shows up as self-doubt, shame, or giving your power away. Then we reach the heart center, right in the middle of your chest. This is the bridge between the lower and upper energies. It's the home of love, compassion, and connection. When it's open, you feel harmony in relationships and a deep sense of openness to life. When blocked, you might feel guarded, bitter, or lonely, even when you're surrounded by people. Next is the throat center. This is your voice, your truth. It's about communication, authentic expression, speaking in a way that feels real. Balanced, you can express yourself with ease and conviction. Blocked, you might struggle to say what you mean, or you hold back out of fear of judgment. Then we move up to the third eye, between your eyebrows. This is your inner vision, your intuition, your perspective. Balanced, it brings clarity, wisdom, and trust in your inner knowing. Blocked, it feels like confusion, doubt, or being lost in the noise of life. Finally, the crown center at the top of your head. This is your connection to the divine, to consciousness, to the bigger picture. Balanced, it brings peace, presence, in a sense that you are guided. Blocked, it can feel like disconnection or emptiness. And here's what I want you to take in. All of these centers work together. They're like instruments in an orchestra. When one is out of tune, the whole song feels off. But when they're balanced, when energy is flowing, you feel radiant, aligned, magnetic. Because every part of you, body, mind, and spirit, is finally working in harmony. Here's the truth. Most people are living with their energy trapped in the first three centers. These are our survival, pleasure, and power zones: the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And when we get stuck there, life starts to feel heavy, repetitive, and draining. Think about it. The root is about safety. But if you're constantly stressed about money, stability, or just trying to get through the day, you're locked in survival. You can't relax, you can't expand. You're always bracing for the next thing. Then there's the sacral, the center of creativity, emotions, and sensuality. When it's balanced, you feel alive, inspired, turned on by life itself. But when it's blocked or overstimulated, it shows up as overindulgence, eating to fill emptiness, using sex or toxic relationships as a quick fix for connection, or the opposite, going numb, shutting down, not feeling much of anything. And then the solar plexus, your personal power. When it's open, you feel confident, capable, like you can shape your reality. But when it's out of balance, it flips into control, trying to dominate outcomes, manipulating, people-pleasing, hustling to prove your worth. That fire becomes either too small to light your path, or it rages so hot it burns you out. Here's the thing. The centers are powerful, but when we live only here, our energy loops in survival, craving, and control. It's like running in circles, never moving forward. That's why so many people feel stuck in the same patterns. Unhealthy relationships, addictions, burnout, emotional roller coasters. And let's be real, We've all been there. I have too. Chasing food, love, sex, or control to fill a void that energy flow was meant to heal. But here's the magic. The moment you start to open these centers and let energy rise, everything changes. You stop living from survival and start creating from wholeness. You stop being controlled by old patterns and start flowing with life. Because energy that's stuck in the lower centers keeps you repeating the past. But energy that rises frees you to build the future. And that's where we're headed, out of the loop into alignment, into radiance. But understanding your energy centers is just one part of the picture. Because here's the truth most people never realize. Until you learn to master your energy, you're living mostly on autopilot. 95% of your day is run by old programs, habits, emotions, reactions you don't even think about. Your body wakes up and repeats yesterday. Same thoughts, same feelings, same choices, same results. That's unconscious existence. It feels like life is happening to you instead of through you. But the moment you start mastering your energy, everything shifts. Why? Because your thoughts and emotions are not random. They are signals. Every time you think a thought and feel an emotion, you broadcast a frequency. And life responds to that frequency, always. When you stay in stress, fear, or doubt, your nervous system keeps firing in survival. Your body gets addicted to the chemistry of the past, and your energy keeps creating the same cycles over and over again. But when you choose to elevate your state, when you breathe, when you generate gratitude, love, wholeness, you're sending out a brand new signal. And the field of life responds differently. It's like moving from static to signal, from noise to clarity, from being at the mercy of old patterns to becoming the architect of your future. This is the shift. Unconscious existence is living as a reaction to your past. Purposeful creation is living as a response to the future you choose to embody right now. When you align your energy with who you want to become, not who you've been, your brain starts wiring new circuits. Your body starts feeling new emotions. And suddenly you're no longer repeating, you're creating. This is why mastering your energy is essential. It takes you from being a passenger in your own life to being the driver, from surviving to designing, from waiting for change to becoming the change. And here's the most empowering part. You don't have to wait. You can step into that frequency today. With every breath, every thought, every elevated feeling, you are teaching your body and your life to follow a new blueprint. So let's try this right now. If it's safe, close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath into your heart space. Feel your chest expand. Exhale gently and imagine you're releasing yesterday's weight. Now bring to mind one thing, just one, that you deeply love or are grateful for. Let that feeling grow in your chest until it warms your whole body. And now imagine your future self. Confident, radiant, magnetic. See her, feel her, whisper silently, I am already her. Breathe that in, hold it for a moment. That shift you feel, that's your frequency changing. That's you moving from unconscious existence into purposeful creation. So here's what I want you to remember. Mastering your energy isn't about doing more. It's about being more. It's about shifting from living as a reaction to your past into creating from the future you choose to embody right now. And the beautiful part? You already have the tools inside you. Your breath, your emotions, your awareness. Every time you pause, breathe into your heart and choose love, gratitude, or wholeness over fear, you're not just changing your state, you're changing your life. But this is just the beginning, because when we dive deeper, we see that these shifts aren't random. They're rooted in your energy centers, your chakras, each one holding the key to a different part of your vitality, your creativity, and your magnetism. In the next episodes, we're going to explore each center more closely, what it unlocks, how it gets blocked, and most importantly, how to bring it back into balance so you can feel radiant, aligned, and unstoppable in every area of your life. So stay with me on this journey, because the more you understand your energy, the more you'll realize that the universe isn't waiting to give you power. It's waiting for you to remember that you already are power. If this spoke to your soul, subscribe to Evolving Loudly so you don't miss the next episode in this series. Share it with someone you know who's ready to rise, because the energy we create together only multiplies.